Hi everyone, Alchemist here. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for your subscriptions, for your likes, for your comments. It truly means a lot to me. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Alchemist. I'm a tarot reader, an occultist. And today is a collective tarot reading for you. I'm going to invite you to pick one of these two piles that I have here. And I'm going to channel a message from Spirit. Whatever comes to me, I'm going to mention it to you, whatever you need to know. Feel free to pick the pile that resonates with you the most. You can pause the video if you want to. And I'm going to start with the Hermetic Tarot deck. Let's get right to it. If you want your own personal reading, you can find it at cephalchemist.com only. Link in the description box below. Let's get right to it. Asmoch deres kil onech sidach ikatis inamover embush ach niknas korem menech karasilirem on kach rasikere ish els inel kur safecheren. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. Spirit wants you to know today that the first card that showed up is the King of Pentacles. We have the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles, a lot of pentacles. You're surrounded by pentacles. So money, abundance, new opportunities. You're the king. You're grounded. You're connected to the earth element. You know how money works. You know what needs to be done for the money to come to you. You know how to connect to the earth elements, how to connect to the spirits of the earth. And you have realized that you have done the work, or you are doing the work. Hence why you have become the King of Pentacles. And you are not, you're not going to go through the struggle that you're used to in order to figure things out. Things are clear to you. They're very clear, and you know what you're supposed to do. You know that you're supposed to step into the unknown. You know that you're supposed to just keep doing what you're doing, even though it feels stagnant, even though it feels like sometimes you keep doubting yourself. But before you would listen to these voices, these external voices that would come to you, you would give them value and listen to them and validate them. And now you know that they're not important. You know that these voices are just there to distract you and to stray you away from your alignment, from the path that you're supposed to follow. So this is amazing. You're actually, you're on the right path, on the right track. And the card of no message came out. It's almost as if Spirit wants you to just keep doing what you're doing without thinking too much about it. Spirit is saying, you have now, this is the time to just reflect and follow your flow. You're not even supposed to plan and go too hard on yourself, thinking about what's next. Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? What are the next decisions that because humans are always caught up into thinking about the future. They're never in the present moment. Sometimes the best thing to do is to be in the present, enjoy the present. And this is easy to say for people who got their things together. If you got your life together, it's very easy to say be in the moment, because things are flowing in your life. You're successful. You know what you're doing. So it's very easy to say, I'm going to be in the moment. I always say this to you guys, and I'm not going to stop saying it. Do your own research. Everyone has a different life. Don't even follow what I'm doing. Don't think that I got it figured out. I never followed anyone in my quest. And I don't want you to follow me or anybody else. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Do what works for you. Whatever I'm telling you through these tarot readings, it can be helpful, but it doesn't mean that it's what you're supposed to do. It's just some sort of guidance, it's some sort of support. But me telling you that you're supposed to connect to spirit, means maybe you're supposed to connect to spirit in your own way. Or maybe you're supposed to connect to spirit in a certain phase in your life that's going to be very helpful for you. It doesn't mean that that's what you're supposed to do. So being in the moment is very important, but I understand how it can be very, very hard if you're struggling with life. And if you're struggling with life, you're not going to be able to be in the moment. I want you to also just do what works for you. If sometimes you can't be in the moment, don't be in the moment. Think, go ahead, knock yourself out. Think like crazy about the future, be there. Go and try everything you want to try, because the last thing you want in life is to live with regrets. So if you're thinking about 10 different plans and you want to try them, go ahead and try them. If one of my readings acts as a guidance for you at any given moment, then good. If not, and you feel like you need to do something, go ahead and do it. If you can't settle, don't settle. If you can't be in the moment, don't be in the moment. But then you're going to learn eventually what you need to do on your own. Because that's how the path is carved. Each one of us as alchemists and masters and witches, we're not supposed to follow any path. That's why I'm telling you about these gurus that keep talking about this and that and this and that. And I've fallen in this trap in the beginning. I used to follow 10,000 different people, and I used to think that what they're saying is the holy gospel, is the ultimate truth, and that's what I'm supposed to do. Until I realized that the true master carves his or her own path. They're not supposed to follow any path. If anything, in alchemy, the alchemist is meant to serve the path. He's not meant to follow the path. He's meant to serve the path. And you serve the path by creating your own path, not by telling others to follow your own path. And if you're climbing a mountain and there's 6 different ways to climb that mountain, why should you follow the way that I did? Maybe another way that I haven't tried is better and shorter and easier and less tormenting. And it takes less effort and less equipment and less money to climb that mountain if you take this other path that I have not taken. But just because I claim I'm a certain personality, you're going to follow my path and go through the same troubles and the same hurdles I've been through? No. Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Spirit is saying, carve your own path. Follow your own truth. Use what others say, what I say, use it just as some kind of support. It's a side support. It's something that's not a representation of who you are, of what you're meant to do. The reason why I'm veering off and saying this to you, because I wish someone told me this in my early journey, but there was nobody to tell me this. No one was there to tell me this. I had to learn this the hard way. And that's why I'm telling it to you. I just don't want you to fall for the trap of following just something or someone and thinking that's the only way to do that thing. But at the same time, I'm hearing Spirit saying, no, let them be. Maybe follow that path, because that's what I've done in my early days. Maybe follow that path. Maybe you're going to learn something from it. You never know. Maybe maybe there's just one specific sentence or phrase you need to hear from that person, because that's how the universe works anyways. But at the same time, don't let yourself fall in the trap where you're just lost in that kind of current, and then until you can't find a way to get out of it, because many people can't find a way. They spend their decades, 10, 20 years, and then they can't find their own path. And then they realize that they're just a follower. And then they realize that there was no need to even have this spiritual awakening to begin with, because you thought the spiritual awakening is not going to make you a follower, but you're just still a follower anyways. You were a follower and you're still a follower. You're just following a different dogma. You were following your boss. Now you're just following a different persona or a different personality. So don't fall for the trap of just being a follower. Create your own path, carve your own path. I wish someone told me this before when I was very young. Because the Seven of Wands, because you're supposed to, that value that you're looking for, only you can give it to yourself. No one else can give it to you. No path can give it to you. Alchemy cannot give it to you. Witchcraft cannot give it to you. Tarot cannot give it to you. Are you shocked? Only you can give it to yourself. These, at the end of the day, these are just tools. Oh, you think I'm a slave to this? It's just cards. You think we are a slave to the tools that we use? Oh, I'm a witch, therefore I'm powerful. What makes you powerful is who you are. It's the value you give to yourself. Why do you find these people who are, they have nothing, they don't practice any occult practices, and they're so powerful, and they're so successful, and they're so rich, and they have everything they want, and they don't even believe in this stuff? Oh, we're going to tell them that, well, how's that possible if they're not connected to spirit? You know why? Because they believe in themselves. Because the value they're looking for, they give it to themselves. They don't wait for somebody else to give them that value. And that's why they go and conquer the world. And so many of them are bad people, and they end up doing bad things. Because look at the planet right now. Look what's happening in the world. You think these people practice magic? They don't. They don't practice any magic or any alchemy, but they give value to themselves and they believe in themselves. And that in itself is a magic hidden in disguise. The true magic, it gets activated when you believe in yourself, when you believe that you can do anything. And these are just tools. Don't be a slave to the tools. They're just tools. They're amazing tools, don't get me wrong, but they're just tools. And I'm going to move on to the other pile. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Sinne nelle rennes in nosile in ondres ich arroken, schismal ransachreken, milarats I pasir ar openes, shusmechreken. Oh, strength, a major arcana. Interesting. All right, Empress reversed at the bottom of the deck. Spirit here is wanting you to know that we have also here the Knight of Wands reversed and the Five of Pentacles. First card was Strength. Spirit wants you to know that these days you're embracing your strength. These days you know your true power. You're aware of it. You know what needs to be done. But you're struggling to know how to translate that power and transmute it into becoming the Empress. That's why this was at the bottom of the deck and it was reversed. You don't know how to become the Empress. You don't know how to use that strength to become the Empress. You know you have a lot of power. You know you have what it takes, which is great. But you don't know how to translate that into money, into becoming the Empress, into building your own empire. You don't know what needs to be done. You don't even know sometimes how to defend yourself from harmful attacks, from evil eye, from people who are jealous, from malicious spirits. You're like, I'm strong. I know I'm strong and powerful, yet I'm always attacked by people. By spirits even. I don't know how to make money with this power that I have. I don't know how to build my own empire. What do I need to do? Let's ask Spirit. What does this person need to do? You need to become the star. Major Arcana. So the star here in numerology we have, it's number 17. And 17 is 1 plus 7, that's 8. 8 is abundance and infinity. It's a cycle that's closed. It's an infinite cycle. There's no beginning, no end. Meaning that Spirit wants you to understand darkness and light. Half and half. You see? Spirit wants you to connect to spirit more than the physical. Right now, you're caught up thinking too much about physical reality. You have an imbalance of physical with spirit. You need to start thinking more about spirit. You need to start doing rituals. For you, you have, spirit is saying you must have an altar. What are you waiting for? And if you have an altar, why aren't you using it? Why aren't you connecting to it? An altar, you need to have candles there. You need to have a pendulum there. And you need to have runes, bones, crystals. Crystals, just, you gotta have amethyst and anything that's black. Could be black tourmaline or obsidian or black onyx or any crystals that have the color black, because that's gonna help you connect to your darkness. So you need to have that in your altar, and in the center of your altar, you need to have a powerful sigil. A sigil that either you channel by yourself, whatever comes to you from spirit, or you can get it from my website, alchemist.com, because my sigils are very powerful. Especially if you go to the Sigillus Maximus section of my website. And you need to have that sigil there in the middle, and it has to be always there. You need to have some plants in your altar, 3 plants, at least 3 plants. One of them has to be huge. It has to have, like, I visualize it, leaves, huge leaves that are almost covering the altar. It's like a nature altar. And that altar, you need to, every time, you need to connect there every day. You need to pray there, you need to give offerings there. And when you start connecting to spirit, you're going to get guided on how you can build your empire. But these are the things you need to do. Because, again, 4 of Pentacles reversed. Because you're not connected to the side where you need to organize your power. Your power needs to be organized. It needs to, it's like it's all over the place right now. You need to find a way to channel it properly through that altar that I just mentioned. Pentacles again. We have, this is the 10 of Pentacles. This eventually will bring you abundance and money. Because Spirit is saying, because we had the 4 of Pentacles and now the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm going to show the bottom of the deck here that I'm holding. Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. So let me elaborate on this. Spirit is saying you need to organize this power. You need to know how to channel it properly. And you need to, by connecting to Spirit, that eventually will bring you abundance. 10 of Pentacles, upright. Spirit is going to guide you on how to make this abundance. Because you are, one way or another, you're the Queen of Pentacles. And that's why here I said connect to Spirit. Because you have an imbalance. You're too connected to Earth. Hence why all of the Pentacles here. See, there is no randomness in tarot. I said this in the beginning of the reading for this pile. Go rewind and go watch. Hear what I said. I said you're too connected to the physical. You need to connect to Spirit. The confirmation. 3 cards, all Earth. It's like you're always caught up in the material, into the physical. Yes, abundance is going to come to you. Yes, you are the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, you understand the physical reality very well. But it's all over the place. You need to channel it. Because physical, spiritual, they need to be balanced. They're one on the same. One cannot be more than the other. If the physical too much, you're going to get what's happening to you right now, which is you need to start connecting to Spirit and believing in Spirit and believing in the existence of the other side, of the unknown, of the spirit plane. If it's the other way around, where if you're too spiritual, then you're just too crazy and delusional. And you think life is just woo-woo, and then you end up nowhere, like most spiritual people. I know. So you need to have a balance. You need to have a balance. And that balance, that's what's going to bring you money and abundance. That's what's gonna make you not being broke all the time. And when you have that balance, you become the master. You reach your philosopher's stone. You know what life is all about. And then you can get to move on to the next level, which is mastery and wisdom and figuring out what even this existence is all about, what this life is all about. And I'm called to stop here for this while. Thank you very much. I hope this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions or comments. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Sarosh ilach sirran shis oren ores mich al.